all you shiny people out there, Crystal Kitsune here. And today we're back with Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. Now I know we just did a video of this game, but this is a low-key game and I didn't really want to do anything too extreme because I was sleeping all day. Nothing bad. I mean, I'm not like sick, don't have a flu or anything like that, but Friday afternoon, before I got ready to go grocery shopping, I was trying to help my dad or grandfather out of bed because, for two reasons. Well, three. One, he's like really old and overweight, and two is because he hurt his hand so he can't like lift up with this, and three, that's pretty much it. So he needed me to get on the other side of, up by the head of the bed and like lift him up, and both of us, like, he was pulling wrong and I was pushing wrong, and he ended up on the floor. And he's like a 400-pound guy, so and he's 70 something, so he ended up on the floor between the bed and the wall and closet, and knocked some things over, and we had to call the firemen to come and pick him up because he is 400 pounds and we can't pick him up. So somehow when he went down or whatever, I ended up hurting my arm. Like, it's not pulled or anything, but it's just like really sore, like right in here. And then later yesterday, my neck started hurting really, really bad. And like, it hurt to turn my neck like either this way or this way. So I just didn't feel good this afternoon. So when I got up, I told him, I'm like, I don't care what you guys do, but I'm going back to sleep. And so then I went and I put the birds, the parakeets, in the other room so I could get some sleep, and I slept all day. So that's the reason why this is a low-key game and I'm not really doing a lot of, something extreme or thought-provoking. I mean, you do have to think with this game because you have to find out where you need to go, but it's a small little game that, I mean, it's fun and we need to progress anyway. And I know we just did it last week, but we're kind of getting back into it a little bit, so I decided to go ahead and do this game. So we're still a senior inspector. I think we need like 3 or 4 more cases before we get a promotion. We're going to California and we have to relocate or find the Trinity Alps, whoever took them. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into that. Sorry for the long intro, but I just kind of wanted to explain why things were the way they were. Sorry. I forgot to plug the headphones in, that's why it probably sounded pretty weird just a minute ago. So sorry about that. Okay, so now we got California contains diverse geographical features. The Pacific shoreline forms the state's western border, while the Sierra Nevada mountains range to the east. Between the two landscapes are bone-dry deserts, vast agricultural valleys, and evergreen forests. So that's kind of cool. And hang on, I don't know why it's up so loud. Hang on 1 second. Sorry if it was loud right there. I don't know why the volume got cranked up to 80. So hopefully you were able to hear me. If not, I would have to turn the volume down and editing for you. So anyway, so we're in California. We're gonna go ahead and question the guitarist. She planned to rent a car and sail along the Great River Road between Keokuk and Davenport. Well, I know Davenport's in Iowa, so we're probably going to Iowa. So we know it's a female. You advise not to tarry in the 29th state. Get out of Snake Alley before it's too late. And then we'll go to CrimeNet. At least it didn't give us a black screen like it did last time we were playing this. Error of FI Maytag says suspect laundering Monday in blah, blah, blah. Sorry, can't read. In Fort Dodge. I think we're going to Iowa. Yeah. Iowa. I'm sorry if I'm like kind of out of it a little bit because I was sleeping, and I was debating on whether or not I was going to record today because of the fact I didn't feel good. But you know, I'm not deathly ill. I'm not at death's door. I am tired and I have a sore neck and arm. So, I mean, I can at least still record a video while that's hurting. I mean, it's not like a constant pain. It's just like if I try to like lift it up like that, it hurts. If I turn my neck a certain way, it hurts. But I'm still giving you content because you guys deserve to have a video every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So, I'm gonna keep plugging away as long as I'm still able to. So we got the right state, so now we get to ask the barber. She had some goofy scheme about sewing up the hole in the ozone layer with the Space Needle. The Space Needle, that's in Washington, isn't it? She was really teed off at her caddy, so she likes to golf. Nope, wrong one. There. Booked a charter flight for 2, get to Spokane by 2. Oh, booked a chartered flight for you, get to Spokane. Yeah, we're going to Washington. Because Spokane's in Washington and the Space Needle's in Washington. Suspect seems charged with electricity in the state that produces nearly a third of the country's hydroelectric power. I cannot English today, I'm sorry. I didn't read the thing about Iowa, I'm sorry. But you could have read it. I'll read up the next one. I like to read like the little excerpts about the different states because it's interesting to learn. Because this is like a historical, geographical kind of thing, so. It's historical because you get to learn things from the past, but it's also geographical because you have to know where the states and stuff are. Okay, so Washington State has 2 distinct climate regions, wet and dry. The Cascade Mountain Range, which runs north-south, catches the rain on the western side, but prevents storm clouds from moving east. The eastern side is so dry that very few trees grow there. Interesting to know. Ask engineer. She said she had planned to follow the route of Lewis and Clark to the source of the Missouri River. Okay, that doesn't tell me much. I don't know where the source of the Missouri River is. Looking for treasure in the treasure state. Lots of gold and silver mines in Helena and Butte. Montana? Butte isn't Montana. Suspect spotted galloping from Kicking Horse Reservoir to Flathead Lake. So I think we're going to Montana. Yeah, Montana. That one right there. We're just like cranking through this like nobody's business. Might get to do more than one case, that is. Okay. Montana just isn't for cowboys. It's for anyone who loves both experiencing the great outdoors and viewing wildlife in its natural setting. One of the best places to see bison, deer, antelope, elk, and bighorn sheep is the National Bison Range in the western part of the state. Speak to worker. Your suspect is carving out a new identity in one of the many furniture factories in the Piedmont Plateau area. Blue Ridge Mountains. That's Tennessee, isn't it? Avoiding speed traps on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Suspect afraid of being caught on Cape Fear has left Atlantic Coast for the inland town of Fayetteville, Kentucky, or Tennessee. Buzz Sally.
She's like a really big Earl Scruggs fan.
Bluegrass. So she likes bluegrass. I didn't want that. Music. There. Now we can transmit it and see if we can get a warrant.
Warrant Division, Wanda here. Here's your warrant.
Cool. For Enel and Void. So now we're either going to Kentucky or Tennessee. North Carolina. Okay, so neither one of those. It's either I said the. I'll try North Carolina. If it's not Carolina, it's this one up here, Annapolis. Cool. I was right. It was a guess because I thought I was thinking either Kentucky or Tennessee, but I was wrong on both counts. So I went to the one that was the closest to that, which was Carolina. I hope she regains her idealism at President John F. Kennedy's birthplace. She likes card games, but we already got our person, so. Call me Ishmael. Have harpoon will travel. Call 617 Blubber. I don't know. I said dial Grumhit. Suspect accelerating her crime spree around the physics lab of MIT. A fondness for banjo music is one of the things that marks North Carolina as a southern state. In more recent times, it has shed its sleepy southern image, and the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill area has become an important center of both higher education and research. Cool. Now I have no idea where we're going. Massachusetts. If it's MIT. Why would you take a bus there? That's like 4 states you have to go through. Yeah, we got it. I have to try and not shake the computer too much because it's just sitting on a table, like one of those TV card table or TV dinner table things. This one and this one are both sitting on the same kind of hit tables, so I have to make sure not to jiggle it too much. She tried to bury how much she treasured her pirate map of the Treasury building. Open to a page advertising Ford Theaters presenting John Wilkes Booth, The Truth. So Washington, D.C.? Suspect applying for a change of address after lifting the Gettysburg from the original Library of Congress. So it should be in Washington, D.C. Yeah. Woot. Washington, D.C. has many statues and monuments honoring men and women who have made significant contributions to the United States. One of the newest and most... That was a different one. I've never seen that one before. The animation. To the United States was one of the newest and most moving was the monument to Vietnam's Veteran Memorial. Yes, exactly. I'm sure I just saw the person you're after. With Vile written in large black letters on the front. And we apprehend them. Come on. Doom doom. Doo doo doom doom doom. This chase seems to take forever. Scream! Urgent reports. And now Envoy has been tracked to Washington, D.C. by Senior Inspector Crystal K. The chief of Acme Detention Agency sends congratulations. He says, "You have done your job well, Senior Inspector I would say Gadget. Crystal K, you're a credit to the agency. We're happy to return the Trinity Ups to the citizens of California." As Nell and Void was escorted to the police car, she shouted, "I'm innocent!" Nell and Void will be brought to trial for her crime.
Order in
The court. The court finds the defendant guilty. Nellen Void says, "You were too smart for me this time, but just wait, I'll find a way out of here. The Vile Gang will be back."
You did good.
Yeah, I know I did good.
You did real good.
Yeah, I know I did good. I need 4 more cases to solve before we get the promotion, which I might do off camera because I don't want to wait like 4 episodes. I'll probably do like 3 of them and then do the 4th one on tape, so that way you can see like the promotion and see what we turn into or get promoted to or whatever. So that's gonna be probably it for this episode. It's just a short.
You ready for
Oops, I
another
didn't
case?
mean to do. No, I don't want one. No, not right now. Okay, so that's gonna be it for. I think if I just type my name in, then it won't go back to the beginning. Because like if you don't like do anything, eventually it'll go back to like the intro with the music and all that. So to keep that from happening, I'm just gonna type my name in so that way it stays right there. So anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. Again, sorry I was kind of out of it. I mean, I'm not taking any medication or anything, so it's not like I'm doped up on drugs, but it's just kind of half tiredness, half pain, you know, sleeping all day and then waking up and still not really feeling good. So, that's gonna be it. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a like, share with your friends, and follow me. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you are interested, there's a link in the description to the website. I just added a new blog post. Pretty soon I'm going to be adding pictures and stuff of the parakeets or something. More pictures because I don't have that many pictures up there now. So also go over here and click on this video here. It's a video that YouTube suggested you check out if you haven't checked it out already. Here in the middle will be my face. You can click on that to subscribe if you haven't done that. And go over here, there'll be a link to the merchandise store to get a t-shirt or a tote bag if you want some merch. And thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.